Father, we just thank you for this morning. Father, we bless your name for bringing us together for such an occasion as this. We pray that everything that will be done and said here, Father, will be according to your spirit. We need such a very teach them something today. And I can take them forever as they go. Father, we thank you for this morning. Be with us as we go to the Amen.
You can see on our program that we have an opening prayer by Reverend. Then he will give a brief statement, and then we introduce the 2012-2013 those who left last year. I intentionally put that what we'll do is, because we are a lot now, we don't want to go through all the years. We'll do those who just left last year. And then we'll have the counseling session for the students. That is myself and Reverend. And then we'll do an introduction and presentation of gifts to the departing students. And then Reverend will pray for all the students. I would assume that since you've seen this, you decide who would want to speak on behalf of the parents. And then we'll have closing remarks, both of times. I'll discuss that with one of my students, those who left last year. One of them will do the book of reception. One of them will be out. 2 years ago, I was at New York, the main train station. What's the name? Yes, and there was this handsome young man as I was coming up the stairs, smiling, and I was wondering, at such places you wonder who knows me here. And when I got closer, I realized one of my first Benjamin Nyabo, and he actually lifted me. I mean, he was huge, and I was crying and happy. I can't explain that feeling. And the family is growing in leaps and bounds. We are family, whether we like it or not. We are family now. And each child means a lot to me. If you ask me, I can give you the progress of, I'm following like a mother eagle. I'm following each child. And so today is a very important day, a journey for each of us as parents, the beginning, a life-changing event, and it's for the better. I want to start with my presentation, which is very important. And I want you, if you don't mind, to take notes because you may forget one or two things. Now, the pre-departure preparations, there are vaccines you have to take, and if you forget to take, the school will not allow you in there when the child goes. And if you should take the vaccine in the US, it's quite expensive. Not quite, very expensive. So I would advise that make sure your vaccines are complete before you go. If you miss one single vaccine, you will not be allowed in the school. And the summer reading, the importance cannot be overemphasized. It is a very, very, very important aspect. They give you books that you are supposed to read in the summer before you come. Now, the first 2 weeks you are going to be examined, tested on what you've read. And it will affect your grades and your confidence if you cannot remember what you read. And and the first impression goes a long way. So please, parents, these days we have the books we purchase online for the kids. It's very convenient, easy. You buy the books on their laptops or whatever, you download it for them and let them read. Encourage them, because the first week they will be eaten, they will be tested. Summer reading, for those who will have gone and come, don't over-enjoy yourselves. Make sure you're doing your summer reading. Read your books, because it will affect your GPA. And then name tags, somebody is coming. Last year she was here. It's important that you have name tags for the kids. Shopping, to not load and get overload excess baggage here. Most of the schools have Walmarts which are not too far, or where you will go and live with your host. You find a Walmart there, and it will be convenient. And I keep saying that you don't have to go and buy very expensive things, because you know how kids, after a year, most of these things are thrown away. Underwear, you realize they are worn out. So don't go buying, and they grow out of them very, very fast. So don't go buying expensive things. Walmart is a one-stop shop. And most of the schools have Walmarts in the local vicinity, so you can always go in there and buy the things. Fortunately, we have parents whose kids have gone once, twice in our midst. So during the reception, they will give you tips. Don't bother shopping here. I would advise for the boys, you can make some khaki trousers, sew them here. Those are cheaper. And if there are one or two things, yes, snacks that the children particularly like. My kids like Kele Wile chips, a few things that you think they will need, but not shit off that stuff they don't take. But just little things, and then you do the main shopping in the US. With a laptop, I know some schools supply the laptops. It's a program that some schools undertake. I don't know which schools, but if you are supposed to buy your laptop, please send emails and find out the specification of the laptops, because some schools might, or you can reach out to the parents of the students in the schools who are here. They will advise you. And then I have a very important aspect, which is the International Students ID. We have the company here. They always come every year. It's good that they have an International Students ID, because when they travel internally, they give them discounts at the train station. So it's good to have an ID, and it can be made here. There are benefits. When I'm done, I'll let you quickly take you through the benefits so that you understand why. And then arrival in the school. You must always carry your I-20. I don't want to call the I-20 a Bible, but it's just like when you have the Bible with you all the time. You carry your I-20 with your passport. Kids, remember, mom and dad may not be traveling with you. You're going to be now traveling yourselves. You're going to be world-class travelers. Make sure before you leave school, the school will sign on your I-20. Date it. Your advisor will do that for you before you leave. Because if you don't sign your I-20, when you're going back to the airport, they'll put you back. They'll repatriate you back to Ghana because you don't belong there. So make sure, remind daddy and mommy, whenever you are coming and you're going, make sure if you can staple it even in the passport, do that. Make sure you always have, and when you are leaving school, remember to get your school to sign the I-20 for you. It's very, 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 very. And then you remember there was a certificate you got from US Immigration, from I-9. You remember we did this from I-901 thing. I don't know, kids, do you remember? The parents will remember. That certificate, when you go to university, they'll need it, US Immigration. So let mommy and daddy keep that certificate. I hope the parents remember what I'm talking about. You have to keep it, because when they are going to university and you are applying, they would ask for a copy of that. So I-20 is like, it's not a Bible, but like the Bible. You carry it on you wherever you go when you are traveling out of the US with your passport. Now, when you arrive, there's going to be an orientation like this of some sorts. They're going to take you around the school. I want every parent, if both can go, at least one should be part of the orientation. They'll take parents through an orientation. So it's important that you all participate in it. And they'll be giving you, they'll assign you with roommates. I'm not sure if some of you, have any of you filled forms about what you like, if you are someone who is untidy, you like loud music. This is to pair you with a roommate. Now let me tell you something. You may end up with somebody who is so much unlike you, but you end up being the best of friends. I'm glad my old students are here. During their mix-up, ask them about how the roommate experience. Sometimes it's rough at the beginning. Some people are so neat, they stack up things neatly. Some people are so untidy, but because of what you filled, they are going to use that to find the right match for you. That doesn't mean that whoever may be the perfect fit, but allow the relationship to grow, okay? Don't be worried. And then homesickness. It's all part of it. I am homesick. I'm a big woman with 47 children, but I'm homesick. It's a natural thing. Don't think that if you are homesick, it's the end of the world. It's not. But please, you know what you can do to get over the homesickness? There are so many clubs on campus. Horse riding, whatever, all the things you've been reading, there are clubs are there. Join the club so that it will get to a point where you don't even realize you come from Ghana. You forget because you'll be so occupied. So I want to assure you that when you remember your homesick, so wow, Mommy Jenny told me that I'm going to be homesick. It's part of it. It's a phase. And my dear children are here, the ones who left last year. They will tell you. I'll let a couple of them tell us briefly about their experience, just in 5 minutes, so that you know that you will not be alone when you are homesick. It's normal. You will get over it in no time. And when mommy calls you, you say, Mommy, I gotta go. you know. And then communicating via Skype is important for both parents and children. That I know most parents are not IT savvy like me, but let's try and get Skype, because you know your children so well. If there's something wrong, even chatting with them, you can tell. You know, we are not in a perfect world that you expect that every day your child will be happy. Even in Ghana, that day there's too much homework, isn't it? Or something about something. So it's good that you stay in constant touch. And please, don't Skype them every minute and time, which I tend to do, and it irritates them because their time is managed so much. They have certain times that you can call them and mutually agree as to when it is. If it's on Saturday afternoons, it's me and my child time. But please stay in touch. Don't just go and leave them there and say they are okay. No. Once in a while, a week, you need to get in touch. And kids, if they don't call, you call. Send them very nasty emails and why haven't I heard from you? And then they'll call. And then we have every child. The beauty of this program is that, of these prep schools, is that every child is given an advisor, personal advisor, dorm advisor. There is like a mother or father, and they take care of them, their welfare, everything. Let them be a friend. Reach out to them, let them know you are there, because they love it when they know. So they call you to say very silly things. Oh gosh, today Brianna went swimming, you know? Something silly that you wouldn't think, but they think that it's your child's life and they want you to know. You know, and it was a joy to see Brianna dance, she danced, you know, these things. You need to be in touch with them. Then, pocket money. This is a very, very, very important aspect, and I want the kids to understand that pocket money is something that you're going to decide with your parents. Now, if you ask me, I think sometimes I'm a bit too strict, so I won't come in there. But decide how much a week you want the school to give the child. No, I'm not saying that is the amount, but for purposes of this discussion, if mommy decides that it's $10, which is small, please. $10 a week, so $40 for the month. You know that every week you go to the office, the business office, and your $40, $10 is there. That doesn't mean you should go spending it, because you have everything. But of course, sometimes you run out of a few things that you want to. They take you shopping to go and get it. But that money you have doesn't mean you should be. I use that word for you should be a spendthrift. These are prep schools where you will see kids with gold cards. Atu will tell you, you know, churches, they have gold credit cards. Now, they belong to a different world. This is your world. You should be happy, content with yourself. So don't spend. I remember in one of my kids' schools, this boy had a big screen TV in his room. Like, you know, the flat screen TV, that was his laptop. And he's so big, bigger than Auntie Jenny, and he orders things. Calls the people, the fast food people, to bring things to him. But this is his life. Be proud of who get there. Be proud of who you are. If you have this amount, and me, then my kids know me. If I'm giving you $30 and you dare spend beyond that, you won't get anything till when it's time. I won't listen to you. That is me. They know me. They will tell you, Auntie Jenny. And I'm going to tell parents to do the same, because we are bringing up our children as Ghanaians, not as Americans. And we must get that clear. Okay?